Headline news most affecting Chilliwack this week. Over 400 people pack 5 corners for climate strike. Chilliwack School Board crunches the numbers for school expansion, and it's a doozy. A vigil in Agassiz honoring the missing and murdered indigenous women, and Central Elementary celebrating a milestone. Thanks for watching. We're committed to providing local news and news that impacts our local audience, everywhere from Harrison to Garrison, Greendale to Hope, and everywhere in between, including Fairfield Island, Little Mountain, Promontory, the Eastern Hillsides, Chilliwack Mountain, Yarrow, and Cultus Lake. In addition to news, sports, and weather, we're thrilled to welcome Shawna Maurice to our show as our guest anchor, and welcome. We're also welcoming back our travel maven and expert, Deb Green, with her monthly travel report. All right, Chilliwack, let's get started. It's the laughs, the tears, the memories. Last weekend, the 90th anniversary of Central Elementary School in downtown Chilliwack was a phenomenal celebration. Over 200 people packed the small gym to hear MC Trevor McDonald, Principal Leslie Waddington, organizer Clara Hooper, politicians, dignitaries, as well as past students and teachers all come together. While most of the school trustees were there, city councillors and the mayor could not attend because they were at the Union of BC Municipality Conference in Vancouver.
And to do this all started in grade 5 right there with shaking little hands as Billy bagged for the Central School's 50th anniversary to right now. I'm grateful to still be here. And Margaret Paulding, if you wouldn't mind just coming up here, Margaret, I think Clara has something nice for you. Would you please give it up? Just one of my favorite people in the planet.
I've heard so many stories as I organized, so we wanted to honor you with a certificate in appreciation of your dedication to Central Community School, and of course give you some flowers to go with that.
A year ago, a young Swedish teen, Greta Thunberg, started a movement. 1 year later, the 16-year-old's words have stung politicians and motivated young and old. Friday climate strikes took hold all over the world. In Chilliwack, well over 400 people, young and old, packed 5 corners to hear the call that climate change has to be taken seriously. There were a few veiled shots at federal election candidate Rob Bogdanovic, who is running for the People's Party of Canada. The Chilliwack secondary teacher is a staunch climate change denier, following his party's platform. One CSS student who spoke was blunt. "I'm 16, so I can't vote, but when I do, I will make it count." She, like many other young people, threw down the gauntlet. They want change. Another student said that we have not seen a normal year of weather in 30 years. To the adults that are here today, please tell us what that was like. Our generation will never know. UFV professor and activist, Dr. Karen Bodner, was very pleased with the turnout.
The Chilliwack senior secondary students are arriving. So much support.
Karen, as a mom, a scientist,
This is amazing.
what do you say to those who had a problem with everybody taking the day off of school?
Look at this. This is fantastic. It's exactly what we need. This is their world. This is real. This is happening. No more sit down and pretend, stick our heads in the sand. No more of that. Check it out. The youth are here. They're speaking.
Again, Karen, what do you say to the critics that the kids should not have taken the day off?
You know what? You're wrong. It's our planet. Our planet is on fire, y'all. It's time we woke up to that. Nothing else matters if we lose our planet. Here they are.
Last week, chillTV told you about the BC Nurses Union calling for the provincial government to take immediate action to address systemic violence from an unprovoked attack at Abbotsford Hospital. An on-duty nurse had been assaulted by a patient who was using a hand weight as a weapon. The 62-year-old, Neil Heath, has been arrested by Abbey Police and has been charged with aggravated assault. His family says the hospital was warned that he could be violent towards staff.
This week's meeting of the Chilliwack School Board had nothing to do with rainbow crosswalks and everything to do with number crunching. The board received information on the cost and need for new and expanded schools. The estimates show that there will be over 9,100 new development units constructed in the school district over the next 10 years. According to the Ministry of Education, the sites will require over 9 hectares of land. At current market values, the land will cost approximately $29.7 million. And when we return, honoring the victims.
Over the past 6 years, a local vigil in Agassiz has been held to remember and honor the missing, murdered Indigenous women. And this Friday, Agassiz United Church will hold another vigil starting at 7 o'clock. The church can be found on the Low-Heat Highway as you head out of town towards the Harrison turnoff.
Chilliwack RCMP arrested 3 people after a kidnapping incident in mid-September. There are reports that all 3 are well known to police. After a search warrant was executed in the 9400 block of Robson Street, Jeffrey Brian Aubie and Chelsea Ray Loranger of Chilliwack are each charged with forcible confinement, assault, and assault with a weapon, while Mr. Aubie faces additional charges of kidnapping and uttering threats to cause bodily harm against a person. Josh Alex Hurling of Chilliwack is charged with assault and uttering threats to cause bodily harm. That investigation continues.
Time for corn, tractors, rides, kids, and fun. The annual Rosedale Festival is Saturday, October the 5th. Originally the brainchild of City Councillor and Rosedale farmer and realtor Chris Clute, this gathering has, pardon the pun, mushroomed in size. Traffic throughout Rosedale will be reduced between 7 a.m. and 3 p.m. It is free, and the parade starts at 10 a.m. Details are on the Facebook page.
Over the weekend, the Mountain Passes received their first real snow of the season. Last week, chillTV reminded viewers that the start of mandatory winter tires on your car started this past Tuesday. For commercial truck drivers, higher fines are now in place if you do not carry chains, let alone use them when the serious snow starts flying. And now, Don with the chillTV Sports Report.
The BCHL has relaunched their signature showcase event by introducing the 2019 BCHL Showcase Festival presented by Bauer this week from the 2nd to the 5th. The league has introduced several changes to the event with the goal of increasing the profile. The downside for Chilliwack is, Chief fans, we have to share with Penticton. The full schedule can be found on the Chiefs website as well as bchl.ca. The Valley Huskers have kept their slim playoff hopes alive with a road win in Kamloops. The 2-6 Huskers beat Kamloops 30-9, but now comes the hard part. They have to win their remaining 2 games and hope everybody else loses their last 2. And that'll be a hard task as the Huskers take on the undefeated Langley Rams at Exhibition Stadium on Saturday. This year's Mount Cheam Rotary Club Cat Tournament will be November the 22nd and 23rd. All proceeds go to the Chilliwack Community Services Christmas Sharing Program and the Children's Foundation. CAT stands for Competitive Amateur Travel Tournament, which are open invitational basketball tourneys for youth, girls and boys, between the grades of 3 and 12. And the tournament will be at the Chilliwack Landing Sports Center. University of Fraser Valley Athletic Department introduced their academic award winners for last year, the 2018-19 season. The Cascades Female and Male Individual Academic Awards went to Veronica Kobes and Sahib Sadhu. The President Shield Award for the team with the highest GPA went to the Cascades Women's Rugby 7 squad. And when we return, Deb Green of Maritime Travel in her travel report.
The best thing about Hofstede's is their endless supply of muffins and cinnamon buns.
Let's talk theme park holidays today. It is on every kid's wish list to get to experience the excitement and wonder of a Disney holiday. I can remember taking my son for the first time. As a parent, all of my excitement came from watching the wonder and awe on his little face as he was meeting his hero, Lightning McQueen, for the first time. The planning and execution of an amazing theme park holiday can get complicated and overwhelming, as there are so many parks, so many ticket options, so many accommodation and transportation options. I want to share with you my tips to a worry-free, enjoyable Southern California vacation. Let's start with getting there. The frequency of flights to Los Angeles often makes this the most popular option as your gateway. The Los Angeles airport is big and busy, and also a good 45-minute to much longer transfer to the Anaheim area, depending on traffic. There are other options. Long Beach or Orange County airports are much smaller and much closer. It is my recommendation that if you can find a flight to one of these airports, the travel part of your trip will be much less stressful. Getting from the airport to your hotel is the next step, and there again, we have options. The least expensive is the Disney Express, a full-size bus that has a regular schedule from the Los Angeles airport to Anaheim hotels. This is going to take you the most time, as you will make a stop for tickets to be checked before hotel drop-offs begin. Don't be surprised if you're not dropped off at the front door of your hotel. This service has limited drop-off points. There are also several van transfer options in the area as well. These cost a bit more, but you'll have door-to-door service in a 12-passenger van, so faster and can be more convenient. Picking the right place to stay can make or break your vacation. So knowing what you're getting and where the property is located is key. There are 3 Disney properties in California, so if you want that full Disney experience, you can choose one of these. You'll pay premium dollar to stay at a Disney property, and only the Disney Grand Californian is located with direct access to the parks. There are many Disney Good Neighbor properties within easy walking distance to the parks. These will offer you great value and location. There are quite a few hotels that look like great value with all the extras and bells and whistles, but be careful as many of them are not in walking distance. Know what your priorities are when you're looking for a hotel and check the location carefully. One of my favorites is the Fairfield Inn & Suites Anaheim. Great location, good size rooms, and lots of restaurants within a couple of blocks. Let's talk Disney tickets. Right now is the Canadian Residents promo going on for the tickets. What this means to you is you'll save 20% off the cost of the tickets. You have to purchase your tickets by February 16th and use them by December 31st, 2020. So if you're planning a trip to Disneyland in 2020, make sure you get the tickets by February 16th, as this promo only comes up once a year. You have 2 options in your tickets. You can purchase a single-day ticket, which will allow you to choose which park of the 2 you want to go into for the day, and then you're in that park for the day. You can also choose a park hopper, which is my recommendation. This allows you the freedom to go between the 2 parks on the same day. This gives you more flexibility to enjoy and maximize your time. Tickets are sold in 3, 4, and 5-day durations. You have 13 days from the first day of entry to complete your days. This means you don't have to go 3, 4, or 5 days in a row. Check the pricing, as it's a minimal difference for the extra days. When in the parks, there are many tips to make sure that you see and do everything that you want. The Fast Pass system allows you to minimize your wait times for the major rides. The rides that have the Fast Passes are marked on the maps. Just keep in mind that you can only have 1 Fast Pass at a time, so plan accordingly. Make sure you check out the times and locations for the shows, as this can be a true highlight to your trip. Make note of any new attractions, like Star Wars Land that opened this past spring. These will have the longest lines. In my experience, the best time to hit these new attractions is first thing in the morning, or when a major parade or show is going on. The most important tip I can give you is to take comfortable walking shoes and your patience. Enjoy the experience and the memories your kids will have for life. And now, to Don with weather.
chillTV weather. We're back to autumn showers, cool nights, and the chance of snow in the mountain passes. Highs near 15 and the lows steady around 9. We'd like to thank our very special guest this week, Debora Green of Maritime Travel, and of course, Shawna Maurice of the Chilliwack Museum. I'm glad you were here. Now, fairly new gig for you, and you've got a really fantastic show for this fall.
Yeah, we do. Our show is 5 Faces, 5 Corners, and it's the social experience of Chilliwack's downtown, and it focuses on the redevelopment of our downtown area. It's a really great time for it because we are still redeveloping downtown.
And if you've never been inside the Chilliwack Museum, go. It's a treat. Thanks for watching chillTV's News of the Week. Remember to tune in next week to see chillTV's interview of MP Mark Strahl for Chilliwack Hope and the current Conservative candidate for the same riding with the Barry Penner interview. Barry will be interviewing Kelly Valonis, the candidate for the Liberal Party, and that's the following week. And in just a couple of weeks' time, mark us down for October 21st. chillTV's election night coverage. Even if you're watching Global, CTV, or CBC, flip open your laptop and enjoy chillTV's Chilliwack Chooses with Barry Penner and former Chilliwack Mayor Clint Hames talking about the local issues with a number of notable guests. And if you would like to share the spotlight, even if you've never been on camera before, send us a note to news@chilltv.ca with your CV. And if you haven't, a link to your video. And if there's something in the Chilliwack and Eastern Fraser Valley you feel we should be reporting on, again, send us an email to the same address, news@chilltv.ca. That's the news this week. I'm Don Lehn.